In the United States, 15,000 businesses are started each day. 15,000. How do you know if your business idea will work? Let's talk about it. Hi, my name is Yvette, and I am the founder of Happen to Life Co-work, an early stage co-working space that will offer workspace, childcare, food, and fitness, returning the gift of time to its members. And I am the quintessential everyday entrepreneur. And on this channel, we talk all things entrepreneurship. Today, I would like to talk about a question that many founders and entrepreneurs wonder about. So the question is, how do I know if my business is going to work? How do I know if it's going to be profitable? How do I know if people are willing to pay for it? And how do I know if it's going to make the difference that I believe it's going to? So the first thing to do is to look inward, to look at yourself, right? To look at your motives and your capacity. I have a video about creating a $1 million solution. Notice I didn't say finding a $1 million problem, but creating a $1 million solution. That's what I believe my co-working space does. It is a $1 million solution. It returns the gift of time to people. It takes 4 core services and puts them all under one roof. And people have the ability to not allow life to happen to them, but to happen to life. So obviously this is not a pitch competition, but you can see my passion, right? You can see that I truly believe in this, and that's the first step. Do you believe in it? Is it a $1 million solution? Check out my video, but ask yourself that question. Why do you want to start a business? Why do you want to start a brand? What is your intent? What is your motive? And obviously, do you have the capacity to stay the course? It's a long road. It's a long road. It's the long game. And if you're willing to do the work, you already have more than half of what you need. And the second consideration is to validate your problem. So as a business owner, an entrepreneur, a founder, you are often looking for a problem, right? You're looking for a problem, and then you create a $1 million solution. $1 million plus, right? We want $1 million plus solutions, but ultimately we want to find a problem. And this is how so many products, services have been invented, by looking at problems in our daily lives, right? And so in the video, we talk about that, the $1 million solution video, but ultimately you want to validate that you have a problem. And how can you validate that you have a problem? A problem that people would pay to solve. Market research. So doing market research helps you to understand what people think about the problem, how much of a pain point it is, and what they're willing to do about it. People vote for your product or your service with their wallet. And so what you would like to consider is market research. I also have a video on how you can do market research on a budget. Creating surveys using Google Forms, asking anyone who will listen, telling them about your $1 million solution, hosting focus groups, anything you can do to get in front of people, anything you can do to ask people what they think. So another consideration or strategy that you can consider is a proof of concept. So let's say you've come up, you've looked inward, right? You've thought to yourself, I really want to do this, I'm really passionate about it, and I know I can make a difference. This solution is a $1 million solution because it solves a $1 million problem, a pain point for people, and I want to create a proof of concept. So a proof of concept is an opportunity for you to create a first draft of your solution. For me, it was a video, which is a little bit of what you saw at the start of this video. I have my proof of concept kind of showing as I talk about the co-working space. And I created a proof of concept by working with someone from Fiverr.com. In the proof of concept video, it will tell you more about what I did to create that video. Ultimately, a proof of concept is an opportunity to give people a tangible idea of what you're trying to create. Oftentimes as founders, it's in our head, right? We have a vision, but other people can't see it yet. So the video really helps to bring your vision to life. And when you bring it to life, you have an opportunity to see people's reactions, to see what they think. Do they get excited? Are they like, oh, I can't wait for this? Obviously, in my case, I'm creating a brick and mortar, so I don't have the building yet. What I needed was something to allow people to experience my vision, what I know Happen to Life co-work is going to be like. What's your proof of concept? Are you willing to invest in that and then share it around in your network and to a perfect stranger to get their feedback? These are 3 things to consider and strategies that you can do in order to answer that fundamental question: will my business work? Ultimately, none of us know the true answer to that. If you look back at successful entrepreneurs, look back to their early days when they first started, they were as hopeful as you and I likely are. They hoped for the best and they were willing to do the work. And I think that that is what sets us apart from those that are not successful, because an entrepreneur who's looked inward and really is considering $1 million solution because it solves a problem, they're thinking about their customer. They're thinking about helping people and enhancing people's lives. And when you have that in mind and you're willing to do the work, it's just a matter of time. Even if the first business doesn't work, likely the second one will, because there's such thing as an entrepreneurial spirit. And so with that being said, none of us know the answer, but we keep doing the work. Let's keep doing the work. Keep moving. Do not give up. I'm talking to you and I'm talking to myself. Until next time, like, subscribe, do all the things. Take care.